Good morning. Okay, so I'm a little bit of a late start here. I've been trying to prep for a house party. Anyway, can't find any hair ties. My hair's all over the place. We're gonna paint three ladies on the beach from the back view with hats and things like that. So you can pick whatever color you want for her bathing suits. Definitely need some brown for the sands, white. Um, White, yellow, and red. We're going to make some skin color and then some blue, of course. So you're going to need your water. You're going to need your big brush, sponge to get your canvas wet if you want. I've got something underneath here, so it's got all kinds of texture. So some of my girl shapes might be a little bit funny. I'm just using the sponge to get this wet for now. I'm going to be using a big brush today. Just have all your three brushes, just whenever you come paint with me. All the three brushes. Some sort of a bigger one, a round one, and some medium type one. Doesn't matter what they are. Okay, so let's start off with, the sand because I don't want to get any blue in the sand. So let me see if I can get more of the painting, less of the remaining. Okay, again, painting from the side. But this is the burnt umber. So it's more of a reddish color. I'm going to take a little bit and put some white in it. You can use the raw umber. It's more of a brown sand, but it doesn't matter really because beaches can be gray. Beaches can be white sand. Sorry, my water's too far away. You can have white sandy beaches. You can have gray sandy beaches, brown. I can't remember where it is, but there's pink. Someday I'd like to find that out and go there. Doesn't have to be perfectly smooth because people are walking around on your beach leaving footprints and stuff all over the beach. So parts of it might be a little bit darker. This line isn't very smooth there. So what you do is you just dip your brush in water and you get your paint a little smoother. And then just take and go in horizontally with more of a damp paint. And that will smooth out your line. But like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's all about being messy. You can add a little more white in there if you want. Just here and there. Mess that up. A little more brown if you want darker spots. Some people have a hard time being messy. But I think it's better because it just gives different effects that you don't have to create just by being loose with your paint. So next we're going to paint the sky. I think we should paint the sky or the ocean, whatever it is that we think they're looking at. Oh, okay. Let's do it in two parts. Let's paint sky and then we're going to paint the water. So we're going to have two different colors. You should be on this. I'm going to be on the other side. I'm more comfortable over here. I think I'm more comfortable on this side. I am. Look at that. Let me see. Get everything all organized again. So now I'm over here. Yay. All right. So we're going to paint sky to about there. Still a little brown. I don't care. So, yeah, sky to about there. Then this will be beach. And they'll be sitting here looking out. So it's just going to be blue and white. Except some blue and white, however you want your sky to be. Don't even mix it all together. See how messy that is? Then it's just going to go on messy and it'll look like clouds and whatever else. My canvas is already dry up here, so I have to add water to my paint. Add a little dabble of water in my paint. Again, messy, don't worry about it. It's just a painting. Have fun with your paint. Have some fun with it. And see when you don't when you don't make it one smooth color on your palette. It'll just look like you have some clouds and things going on in here that you didn't even have to try to create. Save yourself a step. Work smarter, not harder. There you go, my messy sky. And typically with skies, they're usually darker and get lighter as they come down, so you can add a little more darkness up here. Some straight blue. Sorry guys, it's been a busy day. My phone's been constant. But I'm not answering it. This is your time. Okay, there we go. Messy old sky. Well, let's see if I can fix this reflection business. I'm right underneath a really big light. But it's quieter without the kids, so I'm just going to adjust you guys a bit here. That can work. I can get you farther away from me. That's no fair. How about like this? Maybe this way. No, she said. Okay, try. I'll figure this out. It's all a learning process. I'm learning. You're learning. How does this look? Oh, there you go. Found you. All right, so now I know where to position you guys from now on. Get my sources of toolage back. All right, now we're going to have to paint an ocean scene. So using sort of the same blue and white that we had, make it a little bit deeper. We're going to take a touch of that yellow now. We're going to stick it in there. We're going to give it a little bit of a blue-green color. I guess some call that phthalo blue. We just make it. It can be lighter if you want, but it's going to have more of a Caribbean vibe to it. Again, messy. Go right along where you were. Go right down to the water, to the dirt. Some of it went over the edge, and I'm not particular. I have to add a bunch of water drops to my color because I don't want to have to recreate this, and I'm running out. I'm running out. So make this line straight. Horizons on the water are always straight. Doesn't matter what your shoreline looks like, but it has to be straight on the top. Otherwise, you'll fall off the edge of the world. Right, Christopher Columbus? Oh, see, I got a whole different color in there. And that's okay. It's just going to show like something going on under the water. Maybe there's a coral reef there. We do have to dry this bit. And I didn't bring my blow dryer out. So I'm going to disappear while you guys are doing this. Go off to the room. Okay, before I take off to dry it, clean up your brush when you get to there. You can tell where it's there. Take a little bit of white and just go along the bottom here. Not that this makes any sense because this is sort of going to be a part where the girls' butts are. So there wouldn't really be a shoreline there, but I like it. You can do a little bit of white in here. Just a few lines so it looks like you got some waves going on. Just going sideways with that brush. Up to you, or just leave it plain old sea. You can blend that back in if you don't like it. Just give some light marks in your ocean. Marks next time. Go and blow dry that. And then I'll meet you right back here. I'm back. Okay, I'm dry, especially if you're here, you want it to be dry. I just happen to have some chalk with me. I am going to chalk out the outlines of these girls, and hopefully you guys can see them. You can do this too because it's easily wiped off, just in case. So start from the middle. We want a hat to come up here. You're not going to see it because my sky is too light, so we maybe consider that. I can see where it is, sort of, so I'm going to go from there. And there's a hat over here, a hat over here. I'm going to start with one girl at a time. I'm going to do this also in paint, so you guys will be able to see what I just chalked out. So shoulders. She's going to come down into what could be here. And this is her swimsuit, so you want her butts on the beach. Her butt on the beach, so butt on the beach, butt on the beach. That's her back. And then here is her swimsuit. You guys can't see this, it's okay. I'm going to fix it for you so you can. And then her arms are coming around here. All going to be adjusted with paint. You can make these fat bottom girls. This is completely up to you. Have her come down like this. So the next one, her hat is going to be bigger. And her shoulders, so I'll come here. She's going to have, this one's going to have like a bikini on. And her shoulders coming underneath her hat. So give her a little waistline. I'm going to adjust this all with paint. And her bottoms are going to be here. Start with her bottoms. Okay, and then make her come in. And then she's going to have her back. See like that. We can thicken that up if we want. She's got a leg that's cross-legged, so her leg's coming out here. She's got a bit of leg here too. And her other leg's up here. Weird. She's sitting funny. But then her arm comes and crosses over. I don't know what she's doing. Maybe you can have them holding the drink. You can position their bodies however you want. I'm just going to play around with some chalk here. She's just going to be sitting like that on the beach. I don't know what she's doing. And the other one too, over here. Let's start with that for now, and then we'll do the third one later. So I am going to start off by painting with my angle brush. Let's make some skin. So red and white, make some white over to your red so that it doesn't all get in there. And we're going to make that pink. We're going to need lots of that. Not too pink, because we got to do skin on 3 ladies. Just a tiny bit of yellow. Mix it in. Shouldn't be real pink anymore. It should be starting to turn flesh color. A little bit of yellow at a time. And give them tans later. Let me see what it looks like when I add a little bit of that brown to it. Give them a tan. I throw a little bit of that brown in there. And that tan them up a little bit. That's the burnt umber, not the raw umber. That might give it a different color for tan. But this is working. All right, so I'm going to start with girl in the center. So that was her hat there. So in here, I'm doing her shoulders like this. And then I came down and I just started with her back. And there's underneath her hat. So this is just her back, not her arms. See what I mean? But you're going to need a lot of this. You've probably gone white underneath it. You probably have to. Because you're seeing the blue through there. But this is a start. You guys can see where I'm at. So that's her back. Smooth that out. Nice thin coat on here. And then I have her arms came down and they're going down here. We'll give it some separation in a minute. So see how it's kind of off there a bit? You see once I add her bathing suit? Once I add her bathing suit, this will all make sense. So that's all she really has for skin. She's going to have a little bit more where her bathing suit is after. Let's give this one a purple bathing suit. Okay, purple. So here's where her bathing suit is coming in. Ooh, that is vibrant. That's not the normal purple that I use. This one's a bit darker. I like it. Okay, so there's her butt. Now, if you want to make her wider, big butt women, I like that. So it's got a little bloop bloop at the bottom there. And fill this in. How fun. We're still recording. Yeah, okay, good. I just thought about it. I just moved everything and I didn't know if I shut you guys off again. Hate it when that happens. So I'm just sort of swirling it in towards like where this swoop is, just following along the line. Smile, smile, smile. And then it just looks like she's a little round. You can see a few little lines poking through. That's great. Then it's going to come off her shoulders. Okay, so over her shoulders. Now you can see where her arms are, right? There's her bathing suit. We can create a nice little bow in there after too. Ooh, like it. I like it a lot. Right. I'm going to use my little brush here just because that one's full of purple right now. She's going to have a little bit of skin here beside her. Maybe her butt's hanging out a bit. I don't know. She needs to have a little bit of skin here so it looks like she's got a leg. Wait on the other side. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Just wait there for a minute. That looks good for now. I'm going to take off most of the purple. I will blend that in with her hat because it's so light here. So I've got purple on my brush. And here I'm just going to give her a big circle right there. That's sort of the center of her hat, which you can't see. And then it needs to have a bigger roundness to it. So I'm going to paint all of this white. Just paint it all white. Big circle. Bigger than what her head's going to look like because this is a hat. It's not her head. All right, and then we can match it up by putting a bit of purple in there. Swirling that around. There you go. Got a bit of a purple hat. Just going to make a swirl right to where the center of her hat is. So if you want her hat to be bigger, we can make her hat bigger. It's up to you. I like it bigger, actually. I actually want it to be bigger. Cool. And right up there, I'm going to put a darker ribbon on. So, wipe off the white. I'm going to go in some straight purple because this is where her hat is. I'm going to go around with it here. Doesn't matter if it's perfectly centered because she could be looking off into the distance. And then I'm just going to do a couple of little lines that come down to start with. And if you want to turn that into a bow, be careful. Bows can go bad fast. And then thicken that up. Oh, that's kind of cool, hey? You can edge this in dots. Once you're sure about the shape, Just design your hat. If you're happy with one girl sitting on the beach, maybe she's there with a dog. You can stop anytime. So I guess it was good to start in the center, because if this is where you want to quit, you can quit. You can set a glass of wine down there for her. You get some more shadows there. But I like her. How's she looking? My big butt girl. Love it. Okay, next girl. Cleaning off that angle brush. You don't want any purple in this because we're going back to skin. And we'll start over here with Bikini Girl. So here she is under her hat that you can't see. Her arm is practically touching Neighbor Girl here. So we'll separate that with some brown. And if you don't want both her arms coming in, you can have her holding a glass of wine. That's up to you. But my girl is sitting like that. And there's her top of her back. You always can just adjust your chalk lines. Oops. Adjust your chalk lines with paint, like I'm doing here. This is just a fun one. This is a nice, fun, simple one. Nothing like my other beach girl with the tissue paper. She was intense. Okay, so there you go. You got that. And then we're going to do her waist, which you can increase in size if you want her to be bigger. But she doesn't need to be bigger for me. Okay, and there's her cross leg, which comes in, circles around, and it's the same as her butt line. But it's just that. She's sitting cross-legged. Her other leg is up a little bit here. I'm going to show you the separations right now with brown. So go to your little brush. I'll color off that. Take a little more brown. So you've got a little bit more brown over here mixing with your color. So it's not straight brown. Roll it so it's sharp. And then we're going to take, and where her figure is, we're going to draw that line there. Just so that we don't see it. Also, where her arm is connected. You don't want to see that either. Her arm's connecting, and then also there. We're separating these two ladies. So, I mean, we can actually even go around the edge with the darker stuff. All the way. While we're still wet. Blends really nice. Go around the outsides of all of these. She's going to have like a little line up right in here where her armpit is, sort of beside her sleeve. That one goes out on a little bit of an angle. This one too. Later, after we do this darker, we'll do a dark line down the center. So we see where the center of her back is. Same with this one. So we'll have this kind of a look. She's going to have a line that comes up here where her armpits are, on a little bit of an angle, going with where her bathing suit is. So now all her sections are separated. So you can see that. We are going to paint her. Ooh, what does she want? Itty bitty yellow polka dot bikini. Always have to paint white under it. So yellow will show everything through. So I'm not gonna mess with that. But they just do white first. It's got kind of a little crisscross back, like an X almost. Doesn't have to be super thick, just get it straight and proportioned a bit. And then her butt, bring it around, bring it around. Make her wider if you want. Nothing wrong with a large girl wearing a bikini. I do it all the time. I'm getting large. All right, so for her hat as well, same deal. All white. Because we're going to make it yellow and you won't be able to see it. No messing around with faces and stuff. It's great. If you want to add hair to these later, that's up to you. If they don't need it, if they're on the beach, you can put a braid down the back of one of them. It's a great way to cover up if you don't like your shape of your back. You think your back looks funny? Throw a braid on it. Great, great big hat. This one's braid. Big, big sombrero. There you go. And because it's wet, it's just not covering the color the way I like it to. So just going to go in with some straight yellow, and I'm going to go into her bikini now. And her bottoms. You can put polka dots on this. You can put like there's a white line. You can give her a bow. My dream to live like this. On the beach in Mexico. I'm picking up pinks and stuff in my hat, so not a big deal. There you go, girl number 2. I want to see where the center of her hat is, so I'm going to go around here in white and do the same thing that I did on that one. Better to wait till this dries a little. Because it's just turning a light yellow, light yellow, light yellow. But I like it. I like it a lot. Little dots of white around the edge of hers. Just taking my angle brush and I'm just dabbing blobs of white paint just to give it something. Cute. More white in there. Later when that dries, I'll do a like more solid yellow ribbon down. I'm gonna give her a little bit of a bow there. So just a couple of big circles, ovals with a line. That's cute. And maybe some dots along the edge of her bathing suit. It's fun to decorate them. Lizzie here, lady. Let's give her a bow. Just a little one. Cute. So far so good. We do have to go over that skin color some more, but for now, this is what we've got. All right, third lady. I haven't even drawn her with chalk. I'm gonna put that down for a second and think about how do we want the third one? What do we want with the third one? Do we want her to bikini? Do we want her, let's give her a different kind of a bathing suit. You know you can throw flowers on your hat too if you want. So let's start with my chalk. Okay, this one's gonna have, her hat's gonna be over here. And it's gonna come down this way a little bit. You're gonna see this in a second. And around, because I want her looking off into a different direction. Make that really big though. And she'll have like a bow there. Okay, so there's that. And then she's going to have her shoulders come down like this. And to here, do waistline with her big butt. Her big butt, and she's gonna have cross legs as well that come right down to her butt, but they're short. And then that one comes up. She's got one leg up. Kind of super funny. And she's also got her arm coming down to her, down here, come down, and she's come down here. And then her arm's gonna go there. Should she be holding a glass of wine? Nah. Not on the beach, nah. I think her arm's just gonna go off into that direction somehow. Hat's gonna be bigger. She's gonna have bathing suit that comes across here with some crisscrosses and just some folds here. Yeah. All right, so I got her drawn out. Let's go in with skin. Where's my brushes? Here we go. Going in with the skin. I might have to make just a touch more skin here. Just a touch more and give her a tan. She doesn't even have to be the same color as the other girl. She can be darker. Doesn't matter. All right, so underneath her hat, neck, hat, shoulders. And then her arm's coming off here, arm's going to come off there. She got bigger arms. She's got bigger arms. Uh-oh. I've drained some green because my water was licking my paint. Oops, I have to be careful. Otherwise, I'm going to be painting her with blue skin. Better make another pile. Better make a new pile because I don't trust that. More white. She's going to be a whole different color at this rate. More white. More brown. More yellow. Okay, you guys are going to get the idea, but she's definitely going to be a different color. Because I had to make another pile. All right. Which means they're all going to be different because I have to do them all again. Okay, so there is her other arm coming down. Seeing where I chalked now? And then her back. So I'm just doing it across the top of her shoulder because I'm giving her a different kind of bathing suit, so there's no point in painting. And then her leg goes down here, kind of round. It comes off onto an angle and then in. It's not straight out or it won't make any sense. And this one just comes up along the side of her body a little bit. And you see a little bit to the side. So you can kind of see how she's sitting. That's all bathing suit, so we don't need to color that. But now that this one's kind of dry over here, let's go back over and give our girl a second coat. Look at that. The ocean has just disappeared from her. Love it. Love it. Maybe wait with these polka dots and hair ties down her back and stuff until you've given her enough body color that the ocean doesn't show through her. This, if you aren't able to be careful with the brush. There, I think that's better. You can't see the ocean through her. Cover her leg a little. Girl over here, she's probably dry. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Be careful in those little polka dots. It's actually a better color anyway. Happy accident. Cross-legged. Leg up there. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, that looks better. Hey, that got all colors. Some big jewelry on your girls. Do whatever you want. Take a little bit more brown and go to the edge, like I said before. Take part of it. Remember, we still need a second coat of good color for her skin, but we need them dark parts so that we can show the highlights, like this line down the back here, spine line. Come out on an angle, on a little angle like that direction, and then that direction. So it's almost like you're giving these arms a little bit of a V so that they look like they're going in. This one here can be more straight up because it's the way her shoulder's going, but a little bit of an angle. Follow the line of her bathing suit up. Spine lines right here where her leg is on the other side of her here, and where these two are touching. So if you want to, you can go all the way around the edge, especially now that your paint is still kind of wet, because you can blend it in a little and it doesn't show as much. So it's not one big, harsh, straight line. It's just really kind of subtle. All right, back to the original color with this girl here. Let's darken her up. I don't know what color bathing suit to give her. Pink. Maybe pink. Her color's changing again. I've been adding white to it because I'm running out. That's okay. You don't have to all be the same color. As long as you can't see the ocean through her, which I can't. Okay, and then my dark spine, she only has that little bit for her spine, and her arms go up there. And right here where her leg meets the body. Cool. Clean off your brush. We're going to make some pink. So I'm going to take a little bit of red, move over and go into most all of my white. I'll save a little bit of white because I haven't got a hat on her yet. So pink bathing suit. Fun one. This is a fun one. I'm going across kind of like almost like little smiles throughout there, and then I'm going to add some white highlights in this one. So, smiles on both sides. Meet at the butt crack. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of white here. Oops, got a little bit of that ocean color in there. I'm just going to do a few little white lines in here just so it looks like she has some wrinkles going on. You can do that on all of them actually. Well, maybe not all, but this one here you can. And if you don't like it, you can just go over with some purple. Got a little bit of pink going on in here. I kind of like this. Gives that bathing suit a little something, but it might be a bit too much. So I'm going to go in. Yeah, I'm not even washing my brush off. Just going in with the pink or whatever and the purple, mixing it up because I put too much on. And then I could just sort of go over it with a little more purple. I'm not going to take them all out, but I'm going to not have as much of that lightness. If you hate it, let it dry a second and just go back over it with purple. No big deal. It's just paint, ladies. Just paint. Ooh, I like it. But I'm looking at the butt down there on the pink girl. Not quite right. And there we go. And there's still a little bit blue shining through, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Add a little more white to it and go over it. Done. All right. So I don't have a whole lot of white left on my palette, but it's a little bit of pink mixed into it. So I've got her hat. She's over here. So this is the top of her hat. She's going to have a couple, it's going to kind of go like that. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me make it just a tad darker. So here's the circle. I'm just doing with red now so that you can see what it is. And it's got this kind of a round coney shape. So that's going to be the top of her head, which makes her look out to the side. So I'm going to take from here, and it gets a little narrower here. See how little it is there? And then comes wider out this way. So it's wider over here. Very narrow here. It's wider, and look how much space is here. So go ahead with whatever white you got left. Fill that in. I'm not getting rid of my pink lines yet because I need them for a guideline. And for a place to put the ribbon. Though they're fading a bit. I know where they are. And you can adjust it too that way. Alright, so I'm almost out of white. It's not really working out as good as I wanted because I didn't have enough white. But clean that off the brush. I want to go to straight red. And I'm going to go narrow here where I started, wider. So it's going to be a wider band here. Narrow, wider, and back up to narrow. See that? So that's going to depict her. Might as well give her a ribbon, but I'm going to put it over here, or you can give her a flower or whatever you want. So I'm just going to make some circle patterns here, and this will be a flower on hers. Maybe she's got another one there. I don't know. Always works good in threes. Okay. come off the hat a little bit. Doesn't matter. There you go. Should I get more white? I don't know. I just don't know. Dots. Red dots on that. Red dots on the edge so I can see where that hat is. I probably shopped at the same flea market in Mexico and they had all these pom-pom hats. And there you go. You can see that it doesn't go, the pom-poms don't go all the way around. They stop right here where this is. Let me see if I can scrape together just a little more white off of here. I want this part to be a little bit whiter right up in here. And along in here. I sure don't have a lot of white left on my palette. Do the best I can. So it's just getting kind of a pinky hat. Anyways, there you go. What do you think? I like it. Let's go back to the bottom part here so that they have like a little bit of a shadow under their butts. So I'm going back to the brown. I don't have a lot of white left. So just where they're sitting, I'm going to go up into those little butt grooves. And we can go beside them a little bit so it looks like they're sitting on the ground. And just a little darkness underneath it. Their shadows from where they're sitting. So over here too, where she's sitting, right underneath her butt. And I'm making the ocean or the sand a little higher so they look like they're sitting on the sand. Scrub that in, make it wider marks because this is the shadow of them coming down. But messy, doesn't have to be neat. I like it. I like it. Up here too. If there's any chalk, wait till this dries and then wait till you chalk up. I can see chalk outlines on mine. There's my 3 chickies on a beach. 3 chickies on a beach. Super cool. Super cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't have very much white left, but you could throw some white down in here and mess it up. So it's not perfect. You can add starfish, shells, whatever you want down there. Put a glass of wine there for them. It's your painting. Your painting. I'm going to sign mine in purple because it's the only dark color I have left. There we go. Okay, dokie, ladies. I like that one. It was fun. It was fun. Something to do with an old canvas that I painted over. Let me get in here. Move my thing out of the way. All right, give you a better close-up look. Look how messy that is. Chubby chick in the center. That's me. That's old me. Old me, future me. No, old me, yellow. Purple is present. Future, I hope to get just to that. Thank you, COVID, for the ever-changing body. All right, thank you guys. We will see you tomorrow. Adeu.